welcome again to Highly Questionable. No Bomani Jones today. Izzy Gutierrez sitting in for him. What do you like on the show today, Izzy?
Oh, Derek Fisher putting together the worst highlight video of all time.
Papi, vamos.
What are the chances Russell Westbrook comes to regret signing an extension with the Thunder?
Keep in mind, this extension, no matter how it's reported, is a one-year extension beyond this upcoming season. So he's going to max out his money. He's going to become a free agent at a time when 2018, there are fewer free agents, good ones, than 2017. And he's going to get all the shots in Oklahoma City. And more than that, a fan base that is delighted now, has never loved him as much as it loves him right now in gratitude for coming back. These are going to be a fun couple of years for Russell Westbrook.
Exactly. Like, you tell me the downside, because, yeah, he might be on a worse team. So what? He's been on a great team pretty much his entire career, and what has that gotten him? A reputation for being salty, for not passing enough, for maybe being a bad teammate. Now you've got Russell Westbrook unleashed in the tiny little corner of Oklahoma City where he's under the protection of that small market. And man, it is going to be so much more interesting when Kevin Durant comes back to have Russell Westbrook standing there waiting for him.
Here's another thing about the Durant thing that I don't think any of us saw coming, and I believe has something to do with, instead of Russell Westbrook leaving, Russell Westbrook staying. How many teams actually have a chance this year? How many teams could Russell Westbrook go to where he would do a substantive amount of championship winning other than the one he's on? This one is not going to win one, but neither is any other team he would have joined.
And it doesn't matter how many rings he's sporting. It doesn't matter what his record is 2 years from now. There will be a $200 million payday waiting for him starting in 2018. Great move.
Can I say something to the fans of the Lakers?
Oh, no. Yes, go ahead.
What are you going to do now? You scared? Westbrook said bye-bye. Bye-bye. Is Elena Delle Donne coming out a sign that it is getting easier to be an openly gay athlete?
A sign that it's easier where? Because in a women's locker room, it isn't that hard in sports anymore. In a men's locker room, I'm not sure that Michael Sam didn't end up, given the results, doing more damage to the cause than he did pioneering, given that now people might be even more afraid to come out because they saw what happened with Michael Sam. These are two different worlds, and the one you have to worry about is the caveman one where the men reside.
Yeah, it's not easier. It might be easier for Elena Delle Donne to do it, and it might sort of change people's opinions because you have this very sort of classically feminine woman who probably not a lot of people knew was gay come out and sort of a casual way. Additionally, part of the difficulties is speaking out about it, helping others with their issues. And when Elena Delle Donne is on her way to Rio, and I'm not saying she should be the one to say this, but Rio is one of the most dangerous places for the LGBT community to live. And if you can speak out in that place where literally your life might be in danger, even though you're protected by that sort of Olympic umbrella, that would be a bold thing to do and something that would make coming out easier for others.
Should NBA teams be more interested in Derek Fisher as a coach or player?
All right, Derek Fisher wants to make a comeback. Keep in mind, he was the oldest player in the league the last time he retired, and then he became a coach, a failed coach, and now he's got a workout video on the comeback trail, and this is going to make you a little bit sad.
A little bit sad?
Oh.
No, Dan, you can't tell me that you feel sorry for this guy, okay? Because he's no longer has, the sports that he grew up with or that he played with to sort of to define him, okay? This is arguably the second best scrub career in the history of the NBA, this guy, maybe behind Jeff Hornacek, okay? And he's won 5 championships. He's done more with his career than he could have ever thought he could do. It's fine for him to just sit out. It's fine for him to retire. I've seen 17-year-olds from Kazakhstan put up better highlight videos than that. This guy has no business going back to play basketball.
The thing that this made me think about is how difficult midlife must be for an athlete at 40 years old to have your life defined by sports and then not have anything left to replace it. He failed as a coach, and now it's just made me sad. The whole thing made me sad.
I would argue his life is defined by stealing girlfriends.
Ouch!
Should Mets fans blame Joanna Cespedes and his golf habit for him getting hurt?
Should they or will they? Because he signed a big contract and he showed up at spring training in spaceships and on camels in spaceships, and they were looking for any reason to jump on this guy, and now he's on the disabled list. Keep in mind, he played a lot of golf during the postseason last year when everyone loved him. They gave him the big contract, but he played golf. Kevin Millar put a picture up of them playing golf when he should have been resting, and he gets hurt last night, pinch hitting, and now he's back on the disabled list. No, this isn't the reason that he got hurt, but have fun, Mets fans. Your team is disappointing, and he hasn't been great, so have fun with him.
They're going to blame the golf, but they all just need to sort of sit down. I mean, it's this guy's hobby. But he's supposed to play baseball from February maybe through October. So what does that leave him? Those frigid winter months to go hit the golf course? I mean, it's okay for him to do this. Also, how many quad injuries do you see in golf, Dan? Like, really? Okay, John Smoltz made a heck of a career playing golf every day. Michael Jordan made a heck of a career playing golf every day. They need to slow down on Yoenis Cespedes.
You don't think that Cespedes has been good for the Mets? He's the best player in the team. What the hell? Look at his numbers, man. What the hell are you doing here? You got to give more value to ESPN, for the amount of money they're paying you.
My father's right about this. That was terrible analysis by me. Cespedes has been very good this year. I deserve the correction on that, and I deserve a pay cut.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
We can definitely do something. We can definitely do something.
Go.
Yeah, and then dab.
No, I don't know what that was, okay? No, he's not. No, that's no good. All right, why'd you stop?
And for another one of my extraordinary interview medleys.
They're not that extraordinary, but they collect a bunch of things that are funny or good from the past that we've had, also because nobody wanted to sit down and be interviewed by Izzy. Did I hear you correctly? Did you say you had 7 roommates? What kind of farm were you living on?
No. That was in college. We had 7. We had a big old house. I think 1 or 2 of the bedrooms were illegal back then, but you know, that's college guys. You're piling in as many as you could. 3 different levels. It was a big house.
You said that you weren't out of control in college, and then you told us you live in a house with 7 dudes.
Come on, come on, man. Come on, Bamilia. Bulimia. Come on, nobody's believing that.
It wasn't. It was good. It was a good time. It was 7 guys that I'm still close with to this day. I think 4 of them, 5 of them were in my wedding. Stood up with me in my wedding as well.
Yeah, tell me this though. Did you get your security deposit back? Because it sounds like you and 6 of your friends are not getting your security.
We didn't get security.
That question quickly.
Yeah, it was a whole different deal. One day we're sitting there, and all of a sudden these guys showed up in these cars. And they all get out and they got suits on, and some of them got ties, and they just showed up all at once. And it was actually the federal government, and our landlord had gotten arrested for some type of illegal selling of some stuff that was away from our house. So they came to talk to us. They seized the house. So we actually ended up living and paying for the government for the last year and a half, which was a whole other story in itself.
That story ended up in a different place.
Yeah, yes, it did. And I imagine you don't act nearly as bad at Uncle Sam's house as you do at Pablo Escobar, whoever was running that place.
Yeah. You skipped right around the illegal sales there. You tried to talk around what was being illegally sold, but what would it have been?
It kind of freaked us out because they came through and they wanted to make sure that he wasn't stashing anything at our place. So they did this huge sweep through our house, and then one of the guys kind of put a little innuendo that they thought maybe he had stashed some of the money that he was dealing with in the house. So when they left, you know, we tore that place upside down because we thought for sure we were going to find a pot of gold somewhere, you know, that was a bunch of money stashed somewhere. But
I love that we ask him about the college experience, and it ends up with the house being raided for drugs and guns and money and whatever else they were raiding.
There was nothing there.
No, it was totally normal.
And then it got raided by Buellman and 6 homeboys trying to find the money.
It was a unique experience, I guarantee that.
Why and how did it come to be that he shot you in the head with a bow and arrow?
Okay, so in our neighborhood, Cliffy DeCourcy lived across the street. His parents, now think about this, this is downtown Worcester, Mass. We lived in downtown Worcester, Mass. His father buys him a hunting bow and arrow set for Christmas, okay? So I was doing a shortcut to my house through an alleyway, and there was like a wooden garage door at the end of the alley. And as I came through, I heard my brother go, hey, and I looked up, and my brother has a bow and arrow, and right as I'm looking at him, he lets it go, and the thing goes right into my head. and I see him and Cliffy run in two different directions. So I have a hunting arrow in my forehead. You can still see the scar here. Probably, I don't know if you can see it. So I'm like, I literally, I'm like you guys. For the first minute, I was like, wait a minute, is there an arrow in my head? What the hell's going on? So I climb up the back stairs of the three-decker, and I walk in. By the way, it didn't really hurt that much until I got upstairs, and my Uncle Jerry was sitting there having a beer, and he looked over at me, and he went, and as soon as he pulled it out, there's blood just spurting everywhere.
Yes, Cameron, can you teach me how to do one of those dances that you do with Russell Westbrook?
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
go.
We can definitely do something. We can definitely do something. Yeah, yeah, and then dab.
I don't know what that was, okay? No, he's not. No, that's no good. All right, why'd you stop? What happened? All right, enough of that.
He's not following instructions, so he
stops. He does whatever he wants to do. Omari, my father's got something for you. Go ahead, Poppy.
Omari, what is the most embarrassing moment you have had on a TV or movie set?
I think I farted twice in the middle of a scene. They cut the first time, and then they did the scene again, and I farted again in the middle of the scene.
Okay.
Was it like a real dramatic scene? Like you know, the tension?
It wasn't that's a good question. It wasn't a crazy dramatic scene, but it was definitely one where everybody had to definitely listen, and my fart sort of replaced the writing.
All right. Excellent work. Excellent follow-up. Good journalism. We're doing important journalism around here.
2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got 2 phones, one for the chicks and one for the door. Think I need 2 more. Line bumping. And ring comes from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that has a wandering eye. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question them.
Do you question if Lil Dicky is in the wrong profession?
Lil Dicky's a rapper. He's pretty good. He disses me in one of his tracks. I paled in comparison to Kornheiser. Anyway, what is he doing here? Oh, look at this.
Okay.
I mean, what are we doing?
Oh, come on.
I mean, what are we doing?
I mean, not defending, clearly.
I mean, okay.
Is this as bad as Justin Bieber? This could be worse than Justin Bieber.
I mean,
I don't question Lil Dicky's career choice. I do question his friend's ability to play basketball. And he's wearing a Westbrook.
I also question, I questioned that jersey. Oh, he's made 2 threes here. Oh, look at him. He's drilling.
Hey, I would hire him before Derek Fisher. Absolutely. Without question. I mean, he's looking off the ball, and he's doing it the right way. He's better than Nicky Young, I would argue, at this point.
Thank you for the arrow. Thank you for the arrow. I enjoyed that arrow. Wait a minute. Go back there. That's the guy I want to watch. The guy who decided that moonwalking was making a comeback. How many of these is he going to make? There's a lot of them.
You can't moonwalk like that guy, though.
This got better. I got to admit, this got a little bit better.
I'm telling you, this is 10 times better than Derek Fisher's video. And if I were Lil Dicky, I would start a hashtag, I'm not done yet.
Again, please, with the guy with the arrow. I want to see again the breakdancer, please. That guy makes me so happy.
So bored with Lil Dicky right now.
Right in the middle of your game, just right the moonwalking toward the paint because the music has a hold of his soul.
That's not Lil Dicky. That's an impostor. That's Marcelo Huertas, the guy from the LA Lakers. He looks like Marcelo Huertas. That's right, buddy. I'm telling you something.
Put them side by side, and you tell me my father's wrong. Look, that looks like Lil Dicky from that. Yeah. That looks like him. It also looks like.
There we go. What a shot.
It also looks like Dallas Brayton.
Another Laker that Lil Dicky's better than.
Do you question if golf courses are a safe place?
Oh, last time we checked in, there was a giant alligator that looked like a dinosaur on it. Let's see what we've got here. What is on the golf course? Oh! There you go. I mean, who's that guy? Does that guy know those other guys?
I mean, if they are friends, they shouldn't be for long. Because I would fight somebody for running me over in a golf cart. And I would say that speaks more to drinking and driving safety and not so much the golf safety, because I would much rather walk a golf course anyway.
By the way, you realize Bill Murray got a DUI in a golf cart. Yeah, you can get a DUI on a bicycle. That's an actual. Were they playing shirts and skins golf? Is that what was happening there?
That is the most painful thing I have seen in a golf course since this.
The shmoney dance. Come on, guys.
Can they join me?
Everybody, come on.
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, my father was right. Yeah, this is good God.
There it is.
Well, guys, congratulations, Ryan. Apparently, this group has the moves as well as the game.
Nope. None of those things are true. I would rather get run over by a golf
You
cart
are
than be
a
friends
liar.
with those people.
Liar, broadcaster man. Stiff broadcaster man. Liar.
Do you question how impressed you can be by a failed dunk?
I do question that. Do you think a failed dunk can be impressive?
DeMar DeRozan was impressive, right?
All right, let's see this. Can a failed dunk, not a drunk. Oh, was that a 720?
720. Ish. Oh! No, that can be impressive. I mean, the guy's just spinning around like a helicopter for a good second there.
Wait a minute,
Look at that.
though. If he came that close to making it, can't he do it?
Yeah.
Like, where's the video of him doing it? If he came that close to making it, he's got to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's interesting, though. Although it does look like he's more impressed with the 720 part, and the finished part doesn't really matter to him because he seemed pretty happy, and he Instagrammed it.
I tell you one thing, those knees, they look pretty good right now. Right. I don't know they are going to be pretty good next year, but for the time being, he looks great. Those knees are holding up.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's showing everybody what he could do pre-Thibodeau. Now watch next year when that becomes a 120.
It does drive me nuts, though, when these guys show off all their dunks and then don't even come close to participating in the dunk contest. Andrew Wiggins, he has to be in next year.
Time to play the game that is essential septuagenarian. See or no?
You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued or not. That laugh made it even worse.
Way worse.
On Root Sports Rocky Mountain, Dodgers and Rockies.
Two legitimate wild card contenders. Let's watch Jock Peterson try and chase down a fly ball. He's super athletic. Is he going to get this? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, and not only that, he loses the ball, and he loses his glove, and as an added bonus, he loses his dignity.
Just gets to get stared at by the guy running across the bases, being mocked.
Sorry about that, Jock.
I mean, did he even have a chance at it, or did he just throw his glove over the fence?
Izzy, are you intrigued?
I'm not very much intrigued, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all you got there. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. You know, he should have to play the rest of the game without that glove, you know.
True.
That's it. They got to catch it with both hands now. That's what you got to do. When you make a mistake like that, you know, that's it, buddy.
How great would that be? How great would that be if that were a baseball rule? Got to play center field the rest of the game with no glove. Yes.
Same rule apply for third base?
Yes, everywhere.
Ooh.
Good rule.
On ABC, Jimmy Kimmel Live.
All right, let's see how funny this is. Nate Diaz is a UFC fighter, and Jimmy Kimmel is going through the streets interviewing people about what they think is going to happen in the upcoming Nate Diaz fight, and Nate Diaz is watching, and then he comes out, and you'll see what happens here.
I think Conor's going to knock him the hell out, and I think Conor's going to whoop him. I'm excited. I'm ready to see UFC 202. Conor's going to whoop him. I'm ready. Let's go.
Quote.
Oh, what is going on here? Nate, what's up? Yeah.
Fraud. I'm a total fraud.
Hey, man, represent, you know?
Represent.
I like this guy a lot, too, though. I did say that, right? I said that.
No, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that?
Conor's going to be more patient, and Conor's not going to take him for granted like he did last time. Last time he was taken for granted. This time, Conor's going to come in. He's going to take his time. Nate Diaz, I think, is going to be the more confident one since he got a lucky one. Because he got that lucky fight, and he's going to come in, I think, a little more like Conor.
Hey,
so he's got to step it up.
This is America, motherfucker.
Hey, you look like Austin Powers.
Hey, it's Austin Powers, man. Get a picture. Hey, Conor.
That's Nate Diaz right there.
That's right. That guy turned awfully red. Are you intrigued, Izzy?
I'm not intrigued, mostly because the Nate Diaz personality is still not really showing up in this video. I mean, what is he doing exactly?
That's as good as you could do with Nate Diaz. He's not much of a talker. Just have him come out and show himself. Poppy, are you intrigued?
See, I'm very intrigued. I tell you, Ned, you know, I mean, you got to take care of these guys. These fans that they're not rooting for you. You just don't embrace them. You throw them on the street right there, and you step all over them. That's what you do. You go bang, bang, bang,
ground and pound,
bang,
ground and pound.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what you do. Pound them right there in front of everybody.
Yes.
You know?
Why would you do that?
That's right. That's what you do. You stand up and kick them. That's all. Right. You go right there. You go, yeah, you're dead. You're a dead duck now. That's it. That's it.
On the Discovery Channel, Naked and Afraid.
Oh, come on, man. Again with this? My entire high school experience in 3 words. What do we have here?
Initially, the Heart of Palms were our best friends. They are a pretty constant food source out here. A section of it's meaty, but then it turns into a very fibrous, almost like stick. The bad side to eating all these stick-like things was it backed up in my colon. I remember getting up one morning and thinking, you know, today's the day. It was time to blast a dookie. And when the baby was crowning, I started screaming. And after probably about 45 minutes of intense labor, I out what looked to be a baby seal.
I mean, I thought it couldn't get worse from the phrase, it backed up in my colon. And lo and behold, how wrong was I? Izzy, are you intrigued?
I thought it couldn't get worse from me imagining you naked in high school your entire life.
Naked and afraid.
No.
Add the afraid. It was never confidently naked. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but I can tell this guy's a rookie, buddy. You gotta be prepared. In your bag of tricks, you gotta have something to take care of that of what happened to you with that stick. You know, prune juice. That's what you need. You see.
Okay, so go ahead and find that in the, a prune tree and juice it.
Yes.
Juice it.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
They'll talk to you mañana.
Well, I think that we are done.
You can't get me twice. You can't get me twice.
He got me.